This is going to be a short video on lists again, and in this video we're going to do delete and pop, and I'll explain those in just a second. So I've already set up a list called My Numbers. I put in 1 through 4, and I've printed the list so you can see it over here, 1, 2, 3, 4. So the first thing that we want to do is we want to delete a number from the list. So the way we're going to do that is we're going to use del for delete, and we need to tell it from what list we want to delete it from. So my numbers, and then we need to tell it what index we want to delete. So again, this is based on index 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Well, in this case 0, 1, 2, 3. So let's say that we want to delete the 2. Well, the 2 is in index number 1, so 0, 1. So we put in the index here, and then we need to print out the list again so that we can see if we did it right. And we'll run that, and it'll print the original list first. So the original list first, and then the second list it printed out here was the 2 removed. So the next thing we need to do is we need to look at pop. So I'll take this out, and let's create a new variable. So we got a new variable called number, and number equals my numbers, and we're going to pop, and we'll put in what we want to pop here, and let's go ahead and print that. So now it's printed out what we were popping. This item, or excuse me, index number 2, 0, 1, 2. And now we're going to print the list, which is my number. So we can see the original list. We can see that it pops 3, 0, 1, 2, the index of 2. And when it prints the new list, you can see that it takes that out. So now the new list is 1, 2, 4. So let's go ahead and look at one more while we're here. Let's look at remove. We'll do my number, and we're going to remove print my numbers, and we can see that our original list is here, and it has removed not index, but it has removed the number 2. So if we come up here and say remove 4 and run that again, we see that it's removed the actual number 4, not the index, because there's not 4 indexes here, 0, 1, 2, 3. It's removed the actual 4. So if we use that with something that's not in there, so let's say 5, we see we get an error because 5 is not in the list. So what we would need to do is we would need to precede this by an if statement. If 5 in my numbers so if it's in there, we're going to remove it. And we can see we didn't get the error. The list stayed the same because 5 is not in the list. But if we put in a number that's in the list, so if 1 is in the list, we're going to remove it. we see that it removes that.